So the graphing form of the line, which is y equals mx plus b, relates to two important characteristics of a line, the slope and the position, to the m and the b in the y equals mx plus b form. So if we can find the slope and the y-intercept from points on the graph, we can from the picture of the graph, from the table, we can come up with the equation of the line. So we want to be able to see where the slope shows up in the graph, in the table, and the equation. Okay, we want to connect those ideas. So given 2 points on a line, here we have two -9s. I'm going to draw two -9 in. Okay, so it looks like that coordinate's going to be somewhere about there. And 7 +9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so somewhere about there. We can see that there is a linear relationship between through those 2 points, and that linear relationship has a slope, and it crosses the y-axis at some point. It looks like the y-axis is kind of off the graph. That's okay. So I'm going to find the slope first. So I'm going to find my change in y. So my change in y is equal to 9 minus -9. And I can count it. It looks like plus 18. And then my run is going to be 7 minus 2. So I've gone to the right 5 units. So the slope then in this equation is going to be 18 over 5, which simplifies to, well, we'll keep it as a fraction, but if we want to put it into a decimal form, it looks like it's going to be 3.6. Okay, so to write the equation of this line then, I'm going to start with my slope. So my slope is going to be 18 over 5 times x plus b. And so I need to then solve for b, and I have my equation of the line. To solve for b, we plug in our x and y into our equation. Now, it doesn't matter which ones we plug in. I'm going to avoid the negative, so I'm just going to use the 7 and the 9. And I'm going to put that in for x and y in my equation. So I end up with 9 equals 18 divided by 5, x is 7, plus b. And what that leaves me then is an equation where the only variable to solve for is b. So multiplying this out, I end up with 9 is equal to 18 times 7. Looks like that's going to be 126 over 5 plus b. Okay, I'm going to subtract 126 over 5 from both sides, so I end up with b is equal to, I need a common denominator, so I'm going to make the 9 into 45 over 5. And then I'm going to subtract 126 over 5. And that gives me a b value of, what does that give me for b? It looks like negative 81 over 5. Okay, so then my equation of the line then, I've worked out to be y equals 18 over 5, okay, which is same as 3.6, times x minus 81 over 5. Okay, so there's my equation of a line given my slope and my y-intercept. I'll just do my y-intercept in blue here. Okay, so my y-intercept ended up being negative 81 over 5. And that's about negative 20.5, it looks like. Sorry, 16.2. And so, yeah, if I were to go down my graph, that y-intercept way down here, 16.2 seems like a reasonable point where the line crosses the y-axis. So this is what I want to do. I want to be able to come up with my slope, plug in my x and y, and come up with my y-intercept and write my equation.